All right. How's it going, everyone? As you can see, I am on the PlayStation Direct queue. I've been here for like a half hour. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get a PlayStation 5. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get one. This is only like my 8th time ever waiting in this queue, and I've never gotten a PlayStation 5 yet. So I am pretty sure that this is just a failed attempt. And this is for my channel. And I need to get 2 PlayStation 5s technically. But in order to get 2, you have to get 1 first. The second one's for the giveaway winner, but the first one was for the channel. And it's really hard to get PlayStation 5s. I refuse to play scalpers. I'm here trying to get it directly from Sony. They put up this queue. They started the queue 15 minutes early. I was in the queue within a minute. And I've just been waiting ever since. And I assume when I get to the end of this queue, there will be no more PlayStation 5s available, because that's what happened to me the 7 other times I've done this. But you never know. You might see me get a PlayStation 5 right now. Who the hell freaking knows? Let's say hi to everyone in the chat. We got Brian C here, Jazzen Z, Darian, Keegan LeBlanc, Mario123. Let's see here. Yeah, there was a PlayStation 5 drop on PlayStation's Direct queue. PlayStation Direct. So directly from Sony. Which, by the way, you know what's really bullshit about it? This is what I don't like about it. When you reach the front of the queue, you'll hear a chime. So it's gonna make a sound. Okay, that's fine. You'll be automatically redirected to direct.playstation.com. If you're on a different tab, a pop-up will prompt you. Okay, whatever. This is what I think is dumb. If you reach the front of the queue, be sure to have your PlayStation Network account info ready. Fine. They want you to log in with the Sony PlayStation Network account. Okay, fine. Then it says, don't forget to grab a DualSense controller and a PlayStation 5 game to begin your next-gen journey and qualify for free shipping. They will not ship you a PlayStation 5 for free unless you buy an extra controller and a game. Isn't that weird? They will not ship you. They will not ship you it for free unless you spend even more money. Oh, see, I already failed. So they updated the message 4 minutes ago, of course. 4 minutes ago. PlayStation 5 consoles out of stock for the day. So I already failed. I already tried and I already failed. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you try to get PlayStation 5. It's like ridiculously hard. Hold on, we're gonna switch to. I gotta fix my camera. Hold on. For some reason, it's like way off center. All right, so I've had just a ridiculously hard time. This is just another like proof of how impossible it is to get a PlayStation 5 without buying it from a scalper right now. I have heard from a credible person that scalpers have found a way around PlayStation's Direct queue. They have found a way around it. So a lot of these things are being bought up by people that are just trying to make money off it. It's dumb. It's just dumb. I've tried my best to get the system. I refuse. I've had somebody offer. Okay, so put it this way. I could have gotten Corey. You know, I might as well have paid scalper pricings for how much it would have cost me to get the system from you. Not your fault. Damn Canadians. But the thing is, getting the PlayStation 5 has just been so hard. And I think, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's time for Sony to stop using online to primarily sell their systems. I realize we're still in a pandemic, but the best way to stop the scalpers from having the advantage that they clearly have with online shopping is to start sending the systems to stores. If you could go in person to GameStop, Walmart, Target, or really any store and be able to buy a PlayStation 5 instead of scalpers taking over the internet, it would be so much easier to get one. You might be like, well, yeah, scalpers can go to store and get them too. You're right, but they would be limited in how many of these systems they can get their hands on. And I'm in a small town. It's not like there's a ton of scalpers in my area. It'd be a lot easier for me to get it if I could just know, okay, I could just check online, in stock, local store, go, hope I get it before somebody else. But that's not how Sony's handling this. They're making it where the only way you can buy PlayStation 5 is to buy it online. Doesn't matter what retailer you use, what website you use. Yeah, some will have where you pick up in store, but it's still just being shipped to that store and you pick it up. You can't buy the systems actually in the store. So it's just it's a really insane thing that we're dealing with as gamers, where as I know it's hard for them to keep up with demand, but I think it's just time to lift that in-store thing. I know COVID's a thing, but we all know, all of us go to stores once in a while. We have to get supplies. We have to get food. Most of us will be willing to take proper precautions, sanitize up, glove up if we need to, wear a freaking hazmat suit, and walk into a store and buy a PlayStation 5. I understand there'll be people who won't do that, who will go into stores without masks, without using hand sanitizer, and get a system as well. But they're already doing that anyways, so you're not really protecting anyone. I know Sony acts like they're protecting people by not allowing their systems to be bought in stores, but they're really not protecting anybody. They're just giving scalpers the advantage. I've been offered by somebody behind the scenes, 2 people now in fact, to use a bot. Okay? I could bot to pull off getting the 2 PlayStation 5s I need to get. One for the channel, one for the giveaway. But I refuse on principle to use a bot. Because the bots are exactly why people like me, people like you, can't buy these at MSRP. So, yeah. Now, I saw someone ask earlier, why do you need a PlayStation 5? It's not a need. Nobody needs anything. You don't need to be watching this video. I don't need to make content on YouTube. I don't need anything you see in this background. This is all, none of this is need. The only thing I technically need right now is the laptop I have for school. Otherwise, I don't even need a computer, technically. You don't need any of this stuff. It's about a want. Now, is my justification for buying a PlayStation 5 because I'm a YouTuber that covers video games and I already covered the Xbox Series X and the Switch and I want to cover the PlayStation 5 and then play PlayStation 5 exclusive games and cover the stuff on my channel and do live streams with you guys? Absolutely. I'm going to be using it for the channel. That's the whole purpose of me buying it. But I don't technically need it. Nobody does. Still doesn't change that it's stupidly ridiculous how hard it is to get it. Heck, it's happening with those Skyward Sword Joy-Con right now too. Although, I mean, we don't know how much pre-orders will be taken for those yet. We're still in pre-order phase with those. So even though they're like sold out right now, they could literally come back in stock tomorrow. It's all about retailers and how much they can get. Nintendo just tweeted. Okay. Nintendo tweets all the time. Or do they just tweet? I had Twitter down for a moment. What the heck? Okay. This is kind of weird. Did Nintendo basically just ghost confirm that Tony Hawk is coming. So at Tony Hawk, okay, tweeted out, just heard that Crash 4 is coming to new platforms, and I'm kind of jealous. New platforms, aka Switch. Hey, at Crash Bandicoot, can you hook up at Tony Hawk the game up? We know Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 got remade and all that, okay, right? Nintendo America, someone on their social media team took that Tony Hawk tweet about basically bringing Tony Hawk to Switch, and they retweeted it with the eyeballs. To me, it kind of makes it sound like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 might be coming to Switch. Should we be surprised by that? Probably not. Not at this point. Switch is a hugely popular system. Why wouldn't Tony Hawk want to be on it? There's the chime. There's the chime. It doesn't matter. There is no PlayStation 5 consoles in stock. So, I'm literally staring at the website, clicking on PlayStation 5. There's nothing. I mean, what? Who knows? They may have only even had like 10 of them. Anyways, I'm tired of hearing that chime and then just not being able to buy anything. Sony doesn't have any idea what they're doing this gen. Why? People who say PlayStation 3 and made a success out of the mess PlayStation 4 was, same policies, and Microsoft was trying. They let Microsoft burn, left SCE. Sony is the definition of pretending to be busy. Typically, employees who frantically run around. I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not mad at Sony. Okay, this is not just a Sony problem. Yes, Nintendo somehow caught up with Switch, and if you really want to get a Nintendo Switch right now, it's not super hard. They're not like in high stock. I mean, you can get Switch Lite pretty easy, but like the normal Switch, it's not exactly in like high stock. But if you really want to get one, you can at MSRP. It's not too hard to get one. Nintendo is really dancing that line on supply and demand, and they're doing an okay job at it. But a lot of people are struggling. AMD and NVIDIA can't keep GPUs in stock, and then NVIDIA goes out and announces, hey, look, we're going to be making some miner-only cards so we could save the miners, prevent the miners from buying the 3000 series, the 3060, 3070, 3080, 30. We're going to prevent miners by buying it by using manufacturing lines to make cards for miners that can't game. So instead of making more cards that gamers can use, you're going to make less of them so you can make more cards for miners. When we already can't get a 3000 series card. Can't get any of the 6000 series cards from AMD. Can't get any of the new 5000 series AMD processors. There's supposedly new Intel processors on the way out. You already can't get the current generation of Intel CPUs either. RAM is sometimes hard to get right now, and the prices are getting jacked up. Can't get PlayStation 5s. Can't get Xbox Series X's. Can't get Xbox Series S's. The Series S! The Xbox Series S sells out within minutes of it coming in stock. Everyone seems to be having issues keeping up with demand. And it's kind of insane when you think about it. Because think about the complaints that have been going on out there with a little game called Skyward Sword HD. People bitching about the $60 price point. And I've heard a number of people say, we're in a pandemic. Nintendo should know better and not charge us $60 for a port that's not even worth $60 in the first place, right? That's what I've heard. We're in a pandemic. Lower the damn prices. Other companies are doing it because we're in a pandemic. Lower the damn prices. They're not doing it because we're in a pandemic, but that's besides the point. And yet, we are rushing to these websites to drop $500 a pop on a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, to drop $500 to $800 on GPUs, $300 to $1,000 on CPUs. We are keeping them sold out just as much as the scalpers are, because the scalpers wouldn't be scalping if we weren't trying to buy. Scalpers can, go out there right now and buy the world out of Band-Aids if they want. Guess what? We ain't rushing out the stores to buy Band-Aids. So scalpers aren't going to do it. Scalpers won't buy out the supply to make money off it because there's not really a big demand for it. But the demand for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, these GPUs and CPUs is super high. So, I don't like hearing this whole, we're in a pandemic, can't afford. Okay, well, people are deciding during a pandemic to make purchasing decisions that are really freaking expensive so they can be more entertained at home, I guess. Is that the excuse people are trying to make? Oh, and when I buy the PlayStation 5, it's whatever. It's just entertainment for at home because I have more time on my hands. But it's like, but you should have less money on your hands because you have more time, right? I don't know. That's the excuse I hear why people are pissed about Skyward Sword. Beyond the fact that they think it's anti-consumer and a whole bunch of other shit. We could talk about that all day. I just find it funny. I'm not Richie Rich over here. I know some people think I am because I do giveaways, but I'm not Richie Rich over here. I just live smartly, and I live in a cheaper-to-live area. How much would you react if they named the Switch Pro Nintendo Switch Prime? Dude, if they named the Switch Pro Nintendo Switch Prime, or like the Switch 2 Switch Prime, I'd be like, oh, are you kidding me right now? And Clayton saying, "See, well, I saw your message earlier in the chat where you were like, hey, man, thanks for, keep up the weight loss and all that stuff." That's right. I keep the weight loss. I plan to have a weight loss update at the end of this week. So stay tuned for that. A new vlog on my other channel about it, and then I'll publicly post where I'm at weight-wise compared to the last time I did a public weigh-in. I shied away from the daily stuff because it was kind of starting to take over my Twitter, and I didn't really want my whole Twitter to just be about weight loss. I'm a video game YouTuber. I want my Twitter to be related to that. So, but I want to start posting like a weekly update. So, end of this week, Friday, I'll post an update on that. Are scalpers hoarding the toilet paper? They probably were at one point. I think I saw toilet paper, like individual rolls, selling on eBay at one point for like $5 a pop. Back when it was like really hard to get it for, I don't know, a month or a couple weeks, however long that lasted. I thought you could go in and buy a Series S at Walmart. So, you can go in person at a couple stores to buy Xbox Series X and Series S. I'm not sure if Walmart's one of them. They sell it right away anyways. And to be honest, I'd be bitching about Xbox, as much as I'd be bitching about Sony if I didn't already have one. Let's see here. Just reading the chat here. Something big needs to happen, right? Something big always needs to happen. So for those that are like just tuned in, are like, oh man, did he get the PlayStation 5? No. It was through PlayStation Direct. And literally, like, it was something like within 30 seconds of me going live, the site updated while I was in queue saying, hey, we're sold out. It's like, oh, you fuckers. What are you going to do? I knew I wasn't going to pull it off. I've gone through that PlayStation queue at least 8 times to try to get a PlayStation 5, the PlayStation Direct queue, and just never once have made it through. No matter how early I get. I was on top of this queue within seconds. Still could not get in. So, it is what it is. Hey, Nate, what you trying to get the new audio equipment for? Something not working well. I am trying to get a Focusrite Scarlett 3rd Gen 2i2. It's basically, I can't show you guys because the cord's not long enough for me to pull it out. My mic runs into a Focusrite Scarlett right now that supports power for one microphone. I need one that could do 2 mics. Now you might say, why that? Why not just grab your Behringer mixer, which you guys can't see is up there because I do have a Behringer Xenix mixer up there. The problem is I have massive power lines in my backyard that cause really huge electrical interference with my mixer, so I can't really use it anymore. And I fixed it by getting this Focusrite Scarlett, but it only supports one microphone. Now that the podcast is back, you guys want to tune in this week on Thursday, by the way, when I release it, because this week we're doing a Zelda 35th anniversary thing, and the big thing is we have 2 really amazing special guests. We got Game Over Jesse, and we have Misclick Gaming coming on. So we got, a 4-person cast going on. And unfortunately, Eric and I are still going to have to share a mic. And as you guys can hear when you watch our podcast, the audio levels between Eric and I are not even close to equal. And it's really hard to equal it out in post. because he's a quieter talker than I am. And if the mic gets too far away from me, it becomes too echoey. So right now the mic, here's the mic. When him and I are talking, it's like, I don't know, like it's like this far away from me, but it's also the same distance from Eric. We keep it equal distance, and it just doesn't work very well. We're doing what we can because that's what we got, but we want to improve. And technically, having 2 mic inputs could potentially allow me to never have a mic on camera again, because I could position the mics just off camera on either side, so no matter which way I turn or which way I'm talking, it'll feed audio in directly, and I'll actually get better recordings as well. So it actually will help out with normal videos. I'm just not getting it for that purpose. I just know that I will use it since I have it. I mean, why not take advantage? I have 2 of these mics, these AT2035 mics. I got 2 really nice mics, but I only have the audio interface that works to use one, because this audio interface blocks out the electrical issues from the power lines in my backyard. And because of those power lines, that's one reason why we're not going to live here forever. And we're hoping within 5 years. By the time I turn 40, we're hoping to get out of here and get a new house. So, but that's part of the reason I'm going to college, because to get a new house, you got to make a lot more money than I make now. Like Sue Scalpers or Sony doing something, something big. Yeah, who knows? Target pickup is how I bought a PlayStation 5 6 times now, twice from GameStop. No luck anywhere else. So Target's got the pickup thing, right? You go to their website, you add it to the cart. If it's available, it says going to be available in your area. And really, you're just buying it online, and you're just buying the shipment before it gets to Target, and then it's Target pickup. It's technically not like a go in Target and buy thing. You're still buying online. I'm glad that you've been able to pull it off. Congrats. I almost pulled off a Target pickup once. But no. And I haven't had any luck with GameStop yet. And I live in a smaller area, so there really isn't that as many people demanding PlayStation 5 in my area, but you just still can't get it. Hey, Mike, you saw me on the Spawncast? Yeah, I stopped in and watched like a half hour of the Spawncast. I don't really watch the Spawncast that much. I find... So, the Spawncast is a really nice podcast. But to be completely honest, that's not real. Holy shit. Stop. What the fuck just happened? What? Jeff! That's not USD, is it? I mean, it's red. Red's the super high color on YouTube. Holy shit. And what's up with the 1494? Is there a reason for that it's not like a smooth 200 or like a smooth 215? Why is it 214.94? Did you like purposely enter? Is 14.94 supposed to mean something? Well, holy shit. For starters, thank you. That is the largest super chat we have had in like a year and a half. Yep, buddy. That's okay. He's gonna be taking a bath and the stuff washes off. Just don't draw on the walls. What? Oh, okay. Hey, hold on for a second. I gotta mute my mic and talk to my kid for a second. Jeez, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I want to play some music for you guys. Play some Zelda music. Jeff, you are a beast. Thank you so much. I'll be right back. Gonna play some Zelda music for you guys. I gotta go get my kid a snack. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Children. You know, you figure they should listen, but they don't always listen. That's the way kids are. Jeff, thank you so much for the $214.94. I still am in shock and have no idea what the hell you were doing giving me that kind of money. I appreciate it. YouTube gets 30% of that, though. But still a hell of a donation. Thank you so much. You know, if you would have used the donation link down in the description, that would have covered the cost of the audio equipment. So I think I realized why he did the $214.94. So I am $214.94 short on the audio equipment, right? Well, he used, through no fault of his own because he didn't know, he used a super chat for that money. So when you super chat, 30% of that super chat goes to Google. All right. So the 214.94, you know, 30% of that's going to be $64.48 or so went to Google. None of it goes towards the new audio equipment. Hold on. Oh, man. So, anyways, so yeah, like 60 whatever dollars of that, Jeff, went to Google. The rest of it, I'm not going to see. When you super chat, it gets added into my ad revenue on YouTube, and they pay me at the end of the next month. So the money you just gave me didn't actually pay for the audio equipment. It just gets pooled with the rest of the money I make on YouTube, and then that gets shipped out to me at the end of next month. So now that I see the amount and I see what you were trying to do, I feel really bad. Because if you wanted to add to the new audio equipment fund, you have to use the Streamlabs donation link in the description. And I can't refund you the money because it doesn't go through me. So like I couldn't refund you that super chat and then have you redo it through the donation link. So, God, I feel really bad. I feel so bad for Jeff. He was trying to do like this really nice thing and get this audio equipment. And then he just, oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, Jeff. I feel so bad, Jeff. It's not wasted. The money, so 70% of the money still goes to the channel. It's just not going to be here till the end of next month, you know? So I could technically take 70% of that and add it to the new audio equipment fund, but then it's also like I don't want to have to wait till the end of next month to get it if I I feel so bad. Has Jeff said anything? I'm sure I missed something. Did Jeff say anything? I feel so guilty. I wish I could refund that money to Jeff. I'm just scrolling up to see if he said anything. I don't think he said anything since he donated. Has he? I don't think so. I'm going through. Streamlabs did its little thing where it's updating all the people that subscribed today. That's done with. I don't think Jeff has said anything. God, I feel so bad. Oh my God. I feel so bad about that. Yeah, it was like 64, 48, like 60, I don't know. Basically like 64, 65 bucks. Oh God. I feel so bad. I wonder if he like feels bad too. And that's why he vanished. Well, either way, thank you, Jeff, for the 200. Holy shit! Jeff! He just don't... That's why he wasn't talking in the chat. He's like, oh, I messed up here. Let me go do it. Oh, my God. Jeff! What the fuck? Holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Oh, my God, Jeff. So, Jeff basically just donated $430, basically. $430 he just donated. One through a super chat, which I love super chats, by the way. Just when people want to give like super high amounts like that, I'm always like, man, even if I wasn't fundraising for the audio equipment, which is now fully funded, thank you, Jeff. Even if I wasn't trying to fundraise for that, which I wonder, hold on, if he used a credit card, I have to wait a few days, which I'm sure he did. I'm going to log into Streamlabs quick. Because it would be cool to order the equipment today so I could have it by the podcast. Because we record Wednesday night at 8 p.m. That's when we're recording the podcast, and then basically I spend like all Thursday morning editing it. Where is this dashboard? Come on. It's cool if you use the credit card. It's not a big deal. I just have to wait to transfer. Because it's got to clear at Streamlabs, and then I have to transfer it. No problem if you use a credit card. Jesus fucking Christ. It's okay if I have to go one more week with the mics, knowing that my mind is fucking blown right now. What just happened? What the hell just happened? Jeff, did you get your tax return? Is that why you're like just balling and throwing the money out? Did you get your tax return? It is that time of year, and I don't know if anyone's gotten their tax return yet. Mine didn't file till the 12th. I'm not supposed to get mine for like another 2 weeks, it says. Where does it tell me? God, Streamlabs changed all their stuff. I haven't logged on here in a long time. Monetize. No, where's the donation history? No. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's a pending credit card. Yeah, so once it's no longer pending, then I can transfer it out to my PayPal account, and then from my PayPal account, I think I can make the purchase. I think does Amazon? Well, even if whatever, I can get it off my PayPal account. That's not a problem. My PayPal account's connected to other things. Holy shit, Jeff! What the fuck? I don't even know what's happening right now. Like. Oh my God. It's almost like someone just donated a PlayStation 5 to me for some ungodly reason. They didn't. I'm just saying that, holy shit. Okay. I want to be clear to you guys. This goal up here, I never actually expected to hit it. I swore I was going to have to, like, basically cut back on giveaways a little bit next month. Like, I was still going to do some, but just not very many. And then I was going to have to kind of save a little bit of money from the tax return and other stuff, see where bills sat at the end of the month, and then buy the audio equipment. I didn't know that we would actually raise the money in the audio equipment for me to get it sooner. That's crazy. I mean, donation goals are cool. It is good to have goals towards things that improve the channel. But dude, that's nuts. Like, I don't even know what to make the next donation goal at this point. Because, like, I don't really need anything else for the channel per se. But god damn it, Jeff. Thank you so much, man. You are nuts. I don't even know who you are. You're just Jeff. You're just Jeff. I mean, I got some additional information on the back end because of the payment, but Jeff, my boy. So Nate, is that like 4 tequila shots? So, Brian, if this was a shot stream, that would be 4 liquid deaths. And if I did 4 liquid deaths, which is 4 shots of tequila, you guys would see a whole side of Nate that probably hasn't come out on this channel in over 2 years. But notice it says donations and super chats just equal a thank you. There's no shots today. Jesus. Making $50 for snacks for my son. We have food in the house. Our house is packed with snacks. I don't know what their children just are really picky sometimes. Thank you so much, Brian, for the $5. Jeff, I'm guessing you must be heading out since you said anytime. Have a good one. Well, Jeff, dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate both the super chat and the donation because, hey, that's a shitload of money. And I can't believe that just happened. I literally can't believe that happened. So thank you. Just thanks. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I almost have a tear coming to my eye. But the thing is, like, just thank you. That's all I could say. Time to move on. What else you guys want? Jeff right now is like the MVP of February. I don't know that anybody is going to donate more money in a month than Jeff just did. That's $430 this month. That's insane. Like, I feel like I need to put up, hold on, isn't there like a top event list? J-Lo! I'll add my grain of sand to the party. Thanks, J-Lo. Thanks for the $10. You've done some big ones in the past. I think you've hit me with $100 before, $100 super chat before, haven't you? I think you have. I know you've done some 50s. There's a thing for this. Is it the event list? No. Maybe it's the event list. No, that's not top ticker. Let's try the ticker. Where's the ticker at? No, there's the ticker. That shows Jeff's donations all the time. It's not what I wanted though. I don't want a ticker. I want oh, the Zelda sex doll. I forgot that only mods could see that message when I said that out loud. Donation goal tip event list. Chat box. Where is it? It's like I forget how to do things. Whatever. We'll just keep an event list. We'll just have an event list here. I'll just keep the event list up since I don't have. There's a way to like set the thing to like here's your top donation for the week. I know how to do it, but I don't have. I have to create a UI interface for it, so there's no point in me putting it up right now. But man, thank you so much. I can't believe we achieved the audio goal. Well then, should I go change the donation goal to something else? Like. Do I just say screw it? I want to get one of those Shure SMB7 mics. Because I kind of do want one. But I mean, I don't need it. I don't know that it's really going to improve audio at all. It might give a deeper bass to my voice. Be back later. What Corey? You're heading out? Now you can take a replica. Now you can get a replica of Majora's Mask. Nah. Well, I appreciate it, man. He basically just covered probably what I'm gonna. So he covered. He got the audio equipment, and then the rest of the money is basically just gonna be that he super chatted. Will probably just be used to pay for the giveaways I do next month. So you're awesome, Jeff. Thank you so much for your support. Change it to stretch goals. I don't really. I guess I could change it to stretch goals. Where is the my donation goal? properties on that donation goal. Can I change? Okay, I gotta change the name. Oh no, you can't change it. You have to end the goal, so I have to end it, and then start a new one. I don't know. End this in like end of the month. There's no way in hell this is gonna happen. 28, 2-1. Wait, no, 2021. God. Don't you know how Streamlabs works, Nate? You've only been using it forever. There you go. Stretch goal. Don't expect to ever hit that stretch goal, but don't you need a computer, Nate? I thought when you someone just touched your computer, the streams will freeze. Yes. Yes, it happens a lot. It doesn't freeze. It just straight up crashes. Just blue screens. I'm not comfortable with the amount of money I would need to raise for the rig that could replace this one. Because at this point, after the troubleshooting I have done, to build a new computer from the ground up, I mean, I could still use the same PC case, whatever. But to build a new computer from the ground up, I mean, especially with the prices of computer parts right now, it's going to cost over $2,000. And I am just not comfortable attempting to raise $2,000 for a new computer when technically the computer I have is working. I'm using it right now. I'm streaming with it right now. It's technically working. So I'm not going to like... It'd be different if the computer like started on fire and then wouldn't turn on. And after troubleshooting, it turned out like, you know, a surge went through and my parts are all dead. Like that. At that point, then yeah, I'm doing everything on my laptop. And maybe I have this overall goal for like the whole year to try to build a new computer. But like I feel greedy trying to be like, yeah, let's raise $2,000 for something that I can get by without having. Anyways. Just chilling. We back to 50-degree weather here. Nice. Yeah, we're warming up a little here too. We're in the 30s now. So, in the 30s out here in Wisconsin. So we're back to our normal winter 20s, 30s. My PC is a Ryzen 7 2700X. 32 gigs of RAM. Now the RAM, I might be able to reuse the RAM, although I think one of the sticks is bad. I got to figure out which one's bad. But you know, you don't have to use all 32 gigs. I have a 5700 XT, the Aver Media 4K capture card. I would carry that over if I ever built a new PC because there's nothing wrong with the capture card. I've used it in other computers to make sure that the capture card wasn't causing the crashing. It's not, so. Anyways. Don't know much about computers. What would I need to buy? I wanted to buy a new one, but damn, 2K is expensive. It depends. Okay, it depends on what you're trying to buy. You can still build a relatively cheap computer right now. But I wouldn't build a computer that's any less than what I already have. And if I'm going to build a new computer, I'm going to make something that's better. I'm not going to just settle for what I already have. You know. But I'm not planning to build a new computer anytime soon. So maybe in like 3 years time or something like that, I could talk about maybe, okay, it's time to, I don't know. Unless my computer just completely dies before then worry about, you'll cross that road when we get there. At least I know I have a working laptop that bare minimum I can, you know, go over to that. I could still use this camera. I just won't be able to use this camera for live streams. If I had to use my laptop, but whatever. I got a little C920 webcam here. I can use that instead. Let's see here. I don't know much about computers. What would I need to buy? I've been wanting. Okay, yeah. You basically motherboard, case, power supply, graphics card, CPU, CPU cooler if your CPU doesn't come with one. Most CPUs do come with a stock cooler. If it's an Intel one, the stock cooler sucks. If it's an AMD one, the stock cooler is okay. Not great, but it's okay. It's passable. You can save some money and get a better cooler later. RAM. But you got to go to PC Part Picker. It'll show you like what's compatible as you're trying to build something out. And it's all about what you want to use it for. Do you need to, like, I do video rendering, video editing, a little bit of gaming, but honestly, when you're building something that can render and edit like up to 4K footage, it's going to be able to game. Like, you don't have to build it specifically to the game, because when you're building something for video rendering and editing, it has to be pretty high spec anyways. If you want to do anything high end with your edits. Like when I edit the podcast, if I had a computer that was any less than this one, it can't handle it. I tried editing the podcast on my laptop, which has like a 2060 in it, and a 10750 H in it, which these are really decent specs for a laptop. The laptop would lock up while scrubbing the timeline, which if you edit videos, you know what that means. As I was scrubbing the timeline trying to edit the podcast on it, it would lock up. The computer's not crashing. It just means that it can't handle the sheer amount of footage and edits and all the crap you're doing. It couldn't handle it. My computer can barely do it for the podcast, can barely handle it, but it does. And that's what matters. Now, there's a reason the podcast doesn't come out in 4K. It can't handle the amount of edits I do in 4K, but it's not really that big a deal if I do 4K or not right now. Someday, I'll worry about maybe making sure all videos are 4K, because I know a lot of people have 4K TVs and all that they might watch stuff on, but... Someone donated $214.94 twice. They did a super chat. I felt guilty about it and was like, "Oh man," because they were trying to fill the stretch goal for the audio equipment, and then they did it again. So they double dipped and said you're welcome and then left, basically, as far as I'm aware. So yes, someone actually gave $430. The $214.94 was the exact amount I needed for the prior fundraiser up here, which was for a new Focusrite Scarlett dual microphone thing that I'm going to use for the podcast and other things at the channel. So we have achieved that goal. That will be purchased hopefully by the end of this week. Hopefully all the money clears at that point by the end of the week, and then I'll get it ordered and have it here for next week. Holy shit. I got to tell Eric. Eric, co-host of the Center Prime podcast. Dude, I gotta call him. Hold on. We're live streaming. Screw this. I'm calling him. I gotta let him know. You guys might recognize him from the last episode of the podcast. Let's call Eric. Where is his number in here? I haven't called. There he is. See if you guys can hear him. Answer the phone, Eric.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
So first off, we're live right now.
Oh.
I needed to let you know something.
Okay, what's up?
Well, we won't have it this week, but somebody just donated all the money to get the new audio interface for 2 mics.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tell them thank you.
And here's the thing. His name's Jeff. I don't know where the hell he is, but he did it twice. So he super chatted. So we were $214.94 short.
Yeah.
He super chatted $214.94.
Yep.
I didn't realize what that super chat was for at first, because that doesn't make the donation thing go up, right?
Right.
And then I was dealing with some kid stuff. I came back and I realized, wait a second, that's the exact amount in the stretch goal to get the audio equipment. And I'm like, dude, so here's what sucks. That doesn't really go towards the audio equipment, because it gets pooled in with my ad revenue, and 30% of that super chat went to Google, so you didn't really donate the full amount. And then I think Humanopoly in the chat's like, "Oh man, dude, I'll Venmo you the rest," or whatever. And people were talking. Next thing you know, I got another $214.94 direct donation from Jeff. So he donated $430.
Good God.
Yeah. Holy shit. So Super Mario's just like, you guys got to call it the Jeff mic.
Yeah, right. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so that's just awesome.
Yeah.
So Jeff, I know you're probably not here, but maybe if you watch this back later, Eric and I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that huge donation twice. I really doubly thank you, because obviously I get money past what I needed for that, so that's cool. But cool. I just had to call and let you know it's crazy.
Yeah. That's
So I won't have the equipment this week because the money's got to clear up on Streamlabs and everything before I can use it. But
yeah, obviously.
But
So,
dude, that's
yeah.
wow. All right, well, I'll let you go.
Freaking awesome.
Yep. All right. Yeah. See you later, man. Bye.
Later.
There you guys go. That was Eric from the Tender Prime podcast. I know YouTubers that name their equipment. I know. Just like people name their cars. I should come up with a name for my computer that tries hard, but every now and then just tells me to F off and dies on me. I should come up with a name for this. Gotta be a good name. Something that does the job. But every now and then is like, nope. Nate, I bought my son a cheap 450 DL's computer at Best Buy. How do I upgrade so at least it runs something? I don't know the specs of that computer, man. That does not. I mean, the problem with cheap computers is the power supply. Usually they use like a unique motherboard and power supply that makes it really hard to upgrade. Doesn't mean you can't. I don't know the specs. Maybe if you like linked me directly to, like if you could find it, the computer on the Best Buy website, you link me to it, I can get a better idea of how you could upgrade it. Potentially you could upgrade the RAM. Potentially you can upgrade everything on it. I have no idea. It's going to come a lot down to the power supply and how many, like, and even if they give you like a standard power supply, they usually give you like just enough on those cheapies to power what's in it, and they don't give you any headroom. That's the problem when you buy cheap pre-builts. He calls this chair Mr. Chair. Obi-Wan Plays does. Nice. Everyone should have a Jeff. I just joined. What's happening with the PlayStation 5? We didn't get it. Within like a minute of the stream going live, PlayStation Direct sold out while I was in queue. So I failed. We failed. Hey, I told you I was going to try and fail. I knew I was going to fail. It's the 8th time I've waited in that queue. So I figured, hey, we'll stream me failing this time, and it happened right away. But, I mean, I can't say I regret the stream, since now we're going to be getting our new audio interface ordered by the end of the week, thanks to Jeff. We got a bunch of super chats up in here. Thank you guys so much. This is crazy. Oh, wait, that was Marlon. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if Obi-Wan named his chair or not. I watch his content once in a while. But I'm not like a regular viewer, so I wouldn't know those kind of specific details. Just like I watch Misclick Gaming sometimes, but I don't pay close enough attention because it's usually on in the background while I'm doing schoolwork or something. So I don't pay enough attention to know exactly, all the finer, minute details of nicknames for things. Why buy a PlayStation 5 anyways? It's a good question, Edaz. Why buy a PlayStation 5? Well, the purpose of the PlayStation 5 for me is really twofold. One, I'm a gamer and tech enthusiast. I want to have it. And that's that. I have an Xbox Series X. I have a Nintendo Switch. I need a PlayStation 5 to complete the trilogy. That's just me personally. I really want it. I have a whole slew of back catalog PlayStation 4 games I never played. I have a bunch I can play right now, and I refuse to go buy a PlayStation 4 when I can get the PlayStation 5 instead, because I basically skipped the entire PS4 generation. That being said, that's a personal thing. I'm also a video game YouTuber, and I reviewed the Xbox Series X and the Nintendo Switch. I want to review the PlayStation 5, and I also want the PlayStation 5 here for coverage, for video game capture. Whenever I start covering news and different things for PlayStation 5, I want to be able to capture my own footage. I want to be able to stream PlayStation 5 games, and I can't do any of that right now, which is fine. It's not like an emergency to get it now. There's not like a ton of PlayStation 5 games anyways right now. But congrats on meeting the goal. I have to go and make dinner. Have a good one. Nice, man. See you later. My dad was a builder, building a house for the owner of a toy store, so we got one for a huge discount on a PlayStation 5. Best Christmas seeing PS5, not knowing I was getting one. Yeah, when you don't know you're getting one, that's always the best. Nate, student, father, gamer, tech enthusiast, all around good. I try. Hopefully, gym rat by the end of the summer. I mean, I've been hitting the gym. Hit the gym earlier today. I didn't get a full 2-hour session in though. I only got 90 minutes, but I did mostly cardio today. Well, that's all right. We'll hit it up and hit the weights tomorrow. I don't really want to be like a big gym rat. I don't want to get like big and beefy, but I do, like to get in shape. It'd be cool to imagine me getting a 6-pack. I'm waiting the Zelda Joy-Cons to go live on Amazon. They already did, I think. Didn't they? I think they sold out on Amazon already. Hold on, let me double check. I'm pretty sure they went live on Amazon earlier today. Yeah, they're sold out. They're sold out on Amazon. They went live earlier today. So I'm not saying they won't come back in stock before launch. They might. Was your original surname? What is it? I forget. What is a surname? I'm gonna go with a no since I don't even remember what a surname is. Surname is common to all members of the family. Oh, he changed his surname from K to Casman? What? What the heck is it? I don't understand this definition of surname. Oh, last name. Is the portion of one's person that indicates their family. Okay, yeah. So it would be like, my last name is Rumful-Jans. All right, I have a hyphenated last name. My parents had me before they were born, so I'm a bastard child, technically. And they gave me both last names because they weren't married. And they weren't sure if they were going to be together. So they wanted me to have both of their heritages going on. So technically, one side of my family, it's Rumful. The other side is Jans. And I have them both. So you could say I have the ultimate surname for my family because I represent everyone. Technically. My children have just the Jans last name. Because when I finally do get married, I am changing my name to just Jans. We're dropping the Rumful off. Not any particular reason that I'm choosing Jans over Rumful. My parents did get married, and my mom changed her last name to Jans. So that's basically the reason. That's, like why keep the Rumful last name, when my mom doesn't even have that in her name anymore. So I might as well change it up. Plus, now I've named my kids Jans, so at this point, it'd be kind of weird if I just didn't. If I changed it to Rumful. I could just not change it, but I don't think Yulia wants to have my hyphenated last name. Technically, she doesn't have to change her name. You don't have to change her name because you get married. She just wants to. I remember you from the Insider Forum. Wait, Yassine, are you talking about, like, the forum, the one from, like, 20 years ago? Is that the one? Are you talking about like the original Insider from like 20 years ago? If you remember me from that, holy shit! I don't even remember what my username was on there. That was a long time ago. There was a bunch of us OG Nintendo internet people on that forum back then. What's my background? You mean my background in gaming? My background in my career, my background as a father, or my background stuff back here? What do you mean, what's my background? That can mean a lot of different things. Rumor! Phil Spencer's in the chat. Nintendo Switch Pro runs Red Dead 2 at 8K, 120 FPS. I mean, God, you can't even get that with a 3090. $1,500 graphics card MSRP. Yep, the Nintendo official forum from, that was like 20 years ago, Yassine. Like that, I'm not even kidding. That was like late 90s, early 2000s before they shut that down. That Nintendo official forum has been gone a long time. I was a plumber rank too. Man, it's crazy you remember me from back then. I'm old. I wonder how old you are. I mean, I say old. I'm relative. I'm only 34. So it's not like I'm sitting over here, about to turn into a new decade or anything. Nope, Blue MK number 3, I did not pull it off. Hey, Mr. Pete, with our first $1 towards our new stretch goal for a better microphone, technically, that I don't need, but it'd be cool to have. That's how you know you made it on YouTube when you have an SMB7. Working in IT, I could say that hyphenated names are terrible, and I hate them. Sometimes a hyphen shows up, sometimes it's a space. Sometimes the first part gets appended to the first name. Dude, Mr. Pete, okay, so I'm in school for computer programming, and I haven't had to deal with hyphenated last names, even though I have a hyphenated last name, but I can tell you as someone with a hyphenated last name, I know that it must suck in programming, because when I go to enter my name, like, okay, so they always say, like, enter the name on your card, right? So you're entering your card online, and some of my cards, I have 3 or 4 different credit cards. Not credit cards, but like bank cards that I could use. And some banks will put the hyphen in my last name and some won't. It'll be based on their computer, their program, and if it supports hyphens or not. So they'll either put a hyphen or it'll put a space. And when I go to enter the card online, it matters. So if I, like at my one bank, I think BMO Harris, there is, they do put the hyphen in my name. So if I go to a website and I use my BMO Harris check card to buy something, and that website won't let me put a hyphen in my last name, and instead I either have to combine the last name or put a space in it, my charge on my bank will literally be frozen, and I will have to call BMO to manually approve of it, because technically, with no hyphen, it's not my correct name in the BMO system. And I deal with this problem all the goddamn time. That's why I'm almost thankful when, I think my Venmo card, as an example, doesn't have the hyphen. It just has a space. I'm so thankful when it's just a space, because then I don't have to worry about the fact that some websites won't take the freaking hyphen when I'm trying to enter my real name. Now, once I get married and I only have one last name, it won't be a problem. But yeah, still live for a little bit. Probably at least another 23 minutes, and then at that point it's time to start getting the kids in their bath and getting things picked up in the house, getting them ready for bed, all that jazz. So you got about probably another 23 minutes here, guys, before I head out. I was trying to buy a PlayStation 5 from Sony, PlayStation Direct. I was in the queue and everything, but didn't pull it off. And why am I giving my money to the enemy? There's no enemies. There's no enemies. Just because I prefer Nintendo doesn't mean that I have anything against any of the other systems. Thanks again, Mr. P, for the $1. Change it to a camera. Well, there is, okay. Here, actually, let me be more realistic about this donation. Hold on. I'll add your $1 back in. What I should do, if I'm being honest, before I worry about a microphone that I technically don't need, although it'd be nice to have, I'm gonna end that goal quick. We're gonna go with new camera lens. I need a new lens for my camera, and the lens costs like $150 or something like that. That's something I was already researching. I was never gonna fundraise for it, but I mean, if the fundraising works, the fundraising works. I'm not gonna say no, and I'll add that $1 in. Done. All right. Is it going to come back? Is it going to come back? Or is it not going to come back? Now the donation goal's not even working? Oh, it didn't work. What the heck? New camera lens. 150. Starting amount 1. Let's go 02. Let's go 28. 2021. Something like that. Let's try that. Maybe I entered an invalid date. Yeah, that was it. There you go. That's something a bit more realistic, because if you guys ever notice focus issues, I have done a bunch of research, and it turns out it's my lens. I'm still using the kit lens on this camera, and it turns out this kit lens is really bad with focus. It's one of like the #1 complaints with this kit lens. So the next lens up from that's about $150 on Amazon. And apparently, based on research I've done, it really fixes pretty much all of the autofocus issues. And you might be like, well, just turn off autofocus. No, because then what happens is you'll be literally in the middle of recording a video, and you might not even notice it. It'll go completely out of focus, never goes back in focus, and then the entire video is scrapped. All the footage is junk. You might have just did an hour-long recording session, like for the podcast, or an hour and a half in case for the podcast, and suddenly you can't even use the video file anymore, and it's all junk because everything went blurry. You'd rather have it, when it messes up the focus, autofocus and refocus back. You would rather have it autofocus and only mess up the footage for a few seconds than potentially mess up and never recover. That's why you want to use autofocus when you're doing video content. Because you just don't want to take that risk that it goes out of focus and then never comes back. Because at least then you're just going to live with like one part of the video that's going to end up being blurry and you just kind of live with it. Or you could try to hide it sometimes and like, oh, I'm going to insert a random gameplay clip here or something. But if the gameplay clip doesn't really make sense, then, you know, I don't know. I used to try hiding it with gameplay clips, but Jeff is still here. Can't wait for Monster Hunter Rise. Nice, man. Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is a good one. I really enjoyed the demo. I don't know. So I'm probably going to pick up Monster Hunter Rise because I want to support Capcom making that game on Switch. I just don't know how much of it I'm going to play. I will live stream probably the day it comes out. I will probably do maybe one more follow-up stream on Twitch. Besides that, I'm not sure how much more of it I'm going to play. But we'll see. I might get super addicted to it during that stream. And then the next thing you know, I'm just like, I can't put the damn thing down and I'm playing it for months on end. I have no idea. That does happen to me sometimes with games. So, as I say, it literally, next thing you know, I'm dropping 2,000 hours in Monster Hunter Rise and lighting my Switch on fire. Am I going to go live again later tonight? No. My fiance will be coming home off a 12-hour shift, and I'll be spending time with her while doing homework. So, I will not be back live tonight. This is it. This is my only stream today. It's a pretty hardcore. Blame you if you didn't end up loving it. Yeah, like that's. So I've played Monster Hunter games before. It's not like I'm inexperienced with the IP, but I've almost purposely forced myself to not try to get into it because it's just like kind of like World of Warcraft, where like you get invested and then you just keep going and going and going. And as a father of 3, I don't know that I can get that invested in a game that I pretty much will never stop playing again. But who knows? I'll give it a try. It's a quality game, and I want to support the company. So I'll give it a try. I did enjoy the demo. The demo was fun. So, when are the other Zelda content creators going to help your channel out? You help them. What do you mean? Oh! You mean like Zeltic? Or Commonwealth Realm? Or, God, I don't even remember. There's so many. HMK. Although HMK does come on my podcast sometimes. So I can't. HMK is a good dude. I don't know if I think he'd remember. I don't know if he even remembers that I was the Zelda Informer guy. But yeah, I can't even get Zeltic or Commonwealth Realm to respond to me. So I don't foresee any of those Zelda YouTube channels that I basically made popular. I mean, I want to be clear. Their content made them popular. But I signal boosted them at a website that was getting millions of views a month when they had like less than 100 subscribers. And I helped them all get to like 50,000. And I don't expect any of them to repay that. It'd be cool if they wanted to. It'd be cool if they would. Like, be like, oh, you're the guy that signal boosted us back when we had like nothing, and now we're a big deal. Like, it'd be cool. Like, let me signal boost your channel, but they don't even respond to me. I've tried getting a hold of them, like just nicely to like, hey, want to come on my podcast, or you want to collab on like a Zelda Theory video or something, and just nothing, just no response. And that it's kind of unfortunate because they would talk to me back in the day when I ran Zelda Informer. Probably because they thought they needed me to help make their video popular. Now they don't think they need me. So it's funny the way the world works. When people are nice to you, when you are doing something that's helping them out. But the moment that it'd be nice for them to maybe repay it a little bit, they just don't want anything to do with you. Game Over Jesse, I helped signal boost his channel. He's awesome. He's helped me. He's literally going to be on our podcast this week, celebrating Zelda's 35th anniversary. So, like, no problem with Jesse. He's always been legit with me. But and signal boosted my channel. But other content creators that I've helped grow don't really from those days. But you know what? In the end, I really don't care. I don't need other channels to signal boost me. You know, I don't need, Player Essence to shout me out, or Spawnwave to shout me out, or Bob Wolf, or Zeltic, or Commonwealth Realm, or any of these bigger YouTubers. I don't need them, to be completely honest. I'll make it on my own merits. I got to 64,000 subscribers all by myself. All by myself. My video the other day. Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. That's got, 70,000 something views? 76,000 views right now? I did that. You want to know where 50+ thousand of those views came from? I have a Facebook page for Nintendo Prime. It's a Facebook page that's literally followed almost exclusively. It's got about 60,000 people following it. All 60,000 of those people came from the Zelda Informer Facebook page. So what happened is I put up a rumor about Zelda's 35th on my Facebook page, and it blew up. In fact, I'll show you. I made that video. I didn't need anyone's help for it. I did it myself. Here is my proof of it. So let's go with, let me go up here and get everything loaded up, and go to my other, was it this one? Industry? Yeah, it was this one. All right, so Giannis, I was just being aggressive. He says that all the time. So here is the video I'm talking about. 76,000 views, right? Blew up yesterday. That's why I gained like 500 new subs yesterday. All right. Go to the Nintendo Prime Facebook page. Am I logged in? Good, I'm logged in. All right. So here's my Facebook page. Where does it tell you the total likes? I can't remember. 60. Here we go. So I have 60,991 people following and 60,506 people who like the page. All right. So you go down here. Yeah, I posted this little meme on there. So you go down here. And where is it? Right here. I did this. This is me. I put this up. Nobody helped me. I did all of it. If I click on here, you'll notice it tells you how many people clicked. 57,810 people clicked my YouTube video link. I created my own viral video. I used my own audience to get attention. I don't need other people, man. I'm not dumb. I've been doing this a long time. Whether it's this, whether it's websites, I create my own success. I don't need other people to lift me up. It'd be sweet if they would. It'd be nice if, out of the kindness of people's hearts, they would help my channel grow faster. But I don't need their help to grow. I'll grow because I'm awesome. I'll grow on my own merits. I have always made my own success in the Nintendo fan world. I took Zelda Informer from 200 views a day to 80,000 views a day. I did that. There were some other people that helped along the way, but none of it would have worked without me being there. I am the primary reason that happened. I took a YouTube channel from 0 subscribers to 64,000. I did that. There wasn't anyone else helping me. There was no one signal boosting me. I did it. Now, I can't take full credit for the Nintendo Prime Facebook page because I got all my followers on that from the Zelda Informer one, but I created the Zelda Informer Facebook page, and I'm the one that got it up to 930,000 likes. I did that. I did all of that. I did it from day one. I had no help on that Facebook page. I grew that bad boy to almost 1 million followers. Now, I'm not part of anything Zelda Informer. It's all gone. But the point is that I'm not trying to, like, toot my own horn. I'm just saying that I've learned a long time ago you can't rely on others. I can't expect other people that I helped become successful along the way to repay their success and help me become more successful faster, I guess. I just don't care. Make your own successes in life, you know? And success is never guaranteed. I know some people just work hard. Like, enjoy what you do. And if success comes, sweet. Why don't I work at Nintendo of America? I don't have a skill set that they would want to use. I'm not exactly the perfect person to put on camera. I'm overweight. You know, and they want to promote health. So, like, being overweight on camera would not be a good look for Nintendo. I'm not good enough at video editing to really be on their video editing team. I'm not good enough with audio to be on their audio team. I'm not a good enough writer to be on their writing team. I don't know multiple languages, so I can't be on their translation team. And I'm not done with school and can't program for them, so I can't program either. I basically don't have a skill set Nintendo can really use. So I'm useless to Nintendo. That's why I don't work for them. That, and I don't know if I want to move my family out to Seattle. But I currently have 0 skill sets that can help Nintendo, besides what I'm already doing. I signal boost Nintendo through what I do for fun, basically. I follow that Facebook page with Human Up Nice, man. Yep. Pretty much all the followers on that page are from the Zelda Informer days. I haven't really done anything to grow that page at all. Like, literally at all. I've done, like, nothing. You don't need to work hard if you work smart. I mean, you still got to work hard. It's just you're smartly working hard. Like, I work hard on my YouTube channel, but do it smartly. Example, you guys don't really see Prime News episodes happening right now. Work smarter, not harder. Prime News episodes are very time consuming for very little return. And I don't enjoy them enough to spend the time I do for such a little return. So, work smarter, not harder. Put that energy that I was putting into that into one podcast episode a week. So all the time I would spend on Prime News editing, I could put it into making a really, really amazing podcast every week, which work smarter, not harder. The podcast can be promoted by my giveaways to increase views on the podcast, and the podcast can help grow influence because I can invite guests to come on, like this week with Game Over Jesse and Misclick Gaming, last week with Super Metal Dave. Next week, I have a couple people I'm talking to right now potentially coming on, and I can use that as a collaboration effort to connect my channel with other YouTubers, which also helps promote my channel, but also helps promote their channel. Work smarter, not harder. I'm not expecting to make hardly any money on the podcast. I just want to create a high-quality product that has a residual benefit for everyone. And it's just really fun to have those open conversations that isn't just me and this camera and you guys. That's awesome. I love it. But it's nice to have other people involved in conversations, have real debates, where I'm not just talking to people in a comment section or in a live chat, which is fine. I love you guys, but it's just not the same, as actual interacting voice-wise, people in person, on camera, over Discord, all that jazz. The Zelda community should support it. There was a time, the Zelda community used to be a lot more supportive of each other. They used to, I don't know when it became so cutthroat. Zelda community became very cutthroat for a while. Towards the end of my being part of it. Became very cutthroat. It's like everyone was successful in making money, and people wanted to ensure they stayed successful in making money, and they decided the best way to do that is to get rid of everyone else. Why doesn't ZeldaInformer.com exist anymore? Because the person who owns Zelda Dungeon was afraid of competition. Even though Zelda Informer was busy making its own money, doing its own thing, Zelda Dungeon was busy making money, doing its own thing, he was afraid that Zelda Informer was going to make Zelda Dungeon irrelevant one day, so he bought Zelda Informer out, which ultimately led to me being kicked off the website, and then him, closing down the website. Closing down his competition. And that's just in the Zelda website world. It has nothing to do with the YouTube world, where a lot of Zelda YouTubers just stopped talking to each other, stopped working together, stopped collaborating. It used to be collaborative efforts everywhere. But that was before these individual Zelda YouTubers became popular. Once they became popular, they're like, we're hoarding our audience. And it makes no sense on YouTube to do that. It literally makes no sense to hoard an audience on YouTube. It just doesn't. It makes zero sense to hoard an audience. Because people always are looking for lots of content to watch on YouTube all the time. So, you don't need to hoard. There's no way I make enough videos a day that people are watching any other channel. I'm not making 17 videos a day. I could. I think my record was 9 in one day. That was a really busy news day. E3, there's also a lot of videos that go up, but that's special circumstances. I don't. Even if I help Nintendo market their stuff, say I work for their social media team, Dark Charizard, why would I want to eradicate Sony? I understand their competition, but you're not going to get rid of a company that sells 100 million systems every time they release a platform. Come on now. Sony's popular. That's not. You don't need to eliminate the competition to be successful yourself. Focus on how to grow yourself, not how to grow yourself by destroying others. Brian said, "Yeah, I literally watch 10 gaming channels. I mean, me, I use YouTube myself. I am subscribed to way too many channels, and I don't watch them all the time. But, any given day, I might watch part of a video or entire videos from like 10 to 20 different channels, whether it's playing in the background while I'm doing some work stuff or doing schoolwork or doing YouTube stuff. I'm always listening to something on YouTube. The difference is when like new episodes of shows are out. Like today, I watched the latest episode of WandaVision while I was working on thumbnail work and stuff like that for my videos. I did not get the PlayStation 5. It was available on PlayStation Direct today. I was in queue and didn't pull it off. Nintendo has almost eradicated Sony in Japan. Sony is eradicating Sony in Japan, not Nintendo. They moved their video game headquarters to the United States, and since then, all of their marketing has been focused on the West. Nintendo didn't eradicate them. Sony bowed out. Sony sold 9 million plus like PlayStation 4s. That's nothing to scoff at for a home console in Japan. Sony dipped out. I know. I'm well aware of the market share right now, Dark Charizard. It started when Sony moved their headquarters to the United States and all of their marketing stopped focusing on Japan. Holy cow, that donation. That's still stuck at the top of the chat. You know what's funny? Ultimate Keymaster, he did it twice. Once as a super chat, once as a direct donation. So he actually donated $430 today. Isn't that crazy? Now we have a new stretch goal to get a new camera lens that I wasn't even ever planning to put up as a stretch goal. I figured, I'll buy the lens, in a month or two when I got the spare money. Instead, I'm like, yeah, whatever. We hit the stretch goal that I didn't think we were going to hit before, so why not put up another and see if I can somehow get the lens even sooner so I can stop worrying about my autofocus issues. And by the way, this is with the kit lens. Looks pretty good. The kit lens looks legit. It just goes out of focus a lot. And after doing research on why I was having focus issues, it's not the camera, it's the lens. I am at the limits of what the kit lens can handle, which is fine. You already have a PlayStation 5. That's good, Jordan. I'm glad you have one. 1980s eradicated Atari. 2000s eradicated Sega. Sega eradicated Sega. If they would have went Sega Master System and then released nothing else until Dreamcast, Sega would have been just fine. But in between, Sega launched like 3 or 4 systems that failed. They just kept releasing bomb after bomb after bomb, and then Dreamcast came out. The big misnomer is that Dreamcast bombed. Dreamcast didn't bomb. Dreamcast had very good sales. The problem is Sega was already doomed before Dreamcast even came out. There is nothing. Dreamcast could have sold 100 million units in like the first 8 months. It would not have saved. They were so in the negative from their prior system fails. No, I didn't forget about Genesis. Genesis was successful. I said if they went from Genesis, Master System, Genesis, and then not Sega. I can't remember. Whatever system was right after Genesis. If they would have stopped at that and then did nothing until Dreamcast, they would have been fine. But I mean, they could keep making games, but so Sega really screwed the pooch. They had to get out. So yeah, I said Master System. Sorry. I was not a Sega boy growing up. I did have a couple Sega consoles laying around that we got from a garage sale. So I'm not like the most up to date on my Sega knowledge. But I am up to date on the fact that I did a video on it once that the Dreamcast was not. This is why I even know about the Sega systems. I did a video one time about how the Dreamcast was actually a success, but it was doomed. Like Sega was doomed as a console maker before it even came out. So, and then that's why I know all the systems that failed. I just don't remember all the exact details because it's not like I cover Sega that often. It was just a one-off video I made a couple years ago. I should dig it up and find it. Pretty sure it's on this channel. They made CD and 32X and then horribly messed up Saturn's. Dude, they bombed so bad, man. I really think they should have just went like Genesis to Dreamcast. Never released anything in between, but what do I know? I was just a kid back then. I don't know if I've ever truly owned a Dreamcast. I played a Dreamcast, but I don't know if I ever owned one. I remember playing Crazy Taxi on it. I played Skies of Arcadia, and then I beat Skies of Arcadia, but I beat that on GameCube when I finally came there. There's a couple other games I played on there too. There was one game that took advantage of the little tiny screen that was on the Dreamcast controller. I can't remember what game that was. I'm sure someone would be like, "Oh yeah, there's like that one game that people played that used the screen." I just don't remember which game it was. Saturn was a decent system. It just bad release timing. Dreamcast was fine for release timing. It just too many failures along the way for Sega to really recover. I mean, I'm glad they didn't go under, of course, but dude, Skies of Arcadia is the bomb. Seaman, yeah, maybe it was Seaman, Dark Charizard. Can't remember. So long ago. I mean, I literally was a kid. One of my friends had a Dreamcast. Dude, Skies of Arcadia is great. Some people don't even realize it was a Dreamcast game because, you know, most people played it on GameCube and other systems. I think it came to PlayStation 2 too, right? Pretty sure. No, I didn't grow up as a Sony boy, so I didn't really play a lot of PlayStation games growing up. So I'm just assuming, you know, the Skies of Arcadia went to PlayStation 2 as well. Dude, I would like to see Skies of Arcadia remastered or remade, man. Such a good game. It really is. It's one of those underrated RPGs, JRPGs, that just nobody really talks about it, but everybody universally knows it's great. But nobody talks about it. Cameos, yeah. All right. I think I got to go. It's a little bit past how long I wanted the stream for. I got to go get my kids ready for bed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You're awesome. Thank you, Jeff, again so much for your 2 donations. I will get that audio equipment. Like, literally, you probably won't see it this week on the podcast. You'll see it on the next podcast. So not the Zelda 35th one. Next week it should be, unless there's shipping delays. God knows with COVID right now. But I'll show buying it. I'll put a thing up on Twitter when I buy it. So you can know it's bought. Thank you so much, Gary Milch, who coming in right at the end with a $5 super chat. Says, I'm so pissed because I just bought Skyward Sword 2 days ago for Wii, and just after that they said it's coming to Switch. Should I get the port, please? Oh, I can't tell you what to do. I mean, it's good. It's a good game even on Wii or Wii U if you're playing it on Wii U. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do with your money, man. I'm buying Skyward Sword HD, but I don't have a Wii, I don't have a Wii U, and I don't emulate games anymore. So it does, like, just emulate the game. I don't emulate games anymore. So I have my own personal reasons for that. I have nothing against other people that do, but like, I'm getting it. But I'm not gonna tell you to get it. Like, I don't know your financial situation. I don't know, you know, you just bought it for Wii, so I mean, just play it on Wii. I don't know. I don't have a Wii or Wii U right now to play it on. So my decision's, I guess, a little easier to just say, screw it, get it for Switch. Because if I have to buy a whole new system to also play it, well, then I might as well just get it for Switch. Yeah, Dolphin's not that hard to use, but I'm not comfortable. I'm not okay. I'm not gonna get into it. I've gone into it before. Why I don't emulate games anymore. Something that happened to me, I don't know, 8 years ago. Anyways, Master, the battery in your Pro Controller is almost depleted. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me see here. Shout out to Jeff for his $214 super chat that he kicked off the whole stream with. just nuts, man. Thank you as well for the $214.96 that you donated. In addition to that, through the Streamlabs link, so we get that audio equipment. Brian C, thank you for your $5 super chat. JLo, thank you for the 10. Mr. Pete, thank you for the $1 donation, and then Gary Milston, thank you for the $5. You guys are awesome. It's been it's been pretty fun. For failing to get a PlayStation 5, it turned into a pretty good stream. I'd say. All right, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace out.